their QA employees, and this has had apparently not not actually had an effect yet, but people are saying it could have had an effect on the Activision Blizzard deal, all that type of stuff, where they had walked out from Activision. They wanted to form a union. Activision didn't recognize the union, and then Microsoft was asked if they would allow them to form the union, and they said yeah, they wouldn't put any roadblocks in the way. Which, I mean, what else are they going to say, because they don't own them yet, so obviously they don't care what they do. It's not really until they own Activision Blizzard, they have no say on anything that goes on, right? But they say your Raven Software QA employees allowed to vote for union. Activision Blizzard previously requested that the vote be held across the entire studio. There's an update here. Update just happened. An Activision Blizzard spokesperson reached out to Windows Central expressing that the company is looking into an appeal. So they say Raven Software quality assurance employees are being allowed to vote for union. A move that could see the first ever union within a major North American gaming publisher. Interesting. Actually, that's news to me. I didn't know that no gaming publishers had any unions for their employees. I guess that's the big debate and the big thing going on right now. I honestly don't follow the politics of this type of stuff. There's just so much news out there, but I guess that's when people are talking about the workplaces and the crunch and employees doing all that, like walking out, all that type of stuff, is because they have no unions to protect them. The Game Workers Alliance shared on Friday via Twitter that the National Labor Relations Board officially ruled that the Union of Workers is eligible to vote for a union. The unit consists of 21 QA workers at the Wisconsin-based studio. Previously, Raven Software's parent company, Activision Blizzard, has requested that the NLRB to require that the vote be held across the entire studio, which has over 230 employees. So that's interesting. How is that going to play out? If the unit of people who walked out were 21 QA workers. Now, I don't know anything about salaries or hierarchy of these game studios, but I'm assuming the QA workers are the lowest in terms of like pay grade and stuff, right? I'm assuming that. I could be wrong. Maybe people are under them, but I mean, like in terms of the game development themselves, I'm assuming QA workers probably get paid at one of the lowest levels. So they're walking out, they're wanting a union. And I'm guessing it's because they want to get paid more. They don't want to crunch. And they just want to have a better workplace overall, right? But there's 230 employees. And many of those employees probably get paid a lot more. Probably don't have to worry about any of the issues that the QA workers have. So it'll be very interesting to see if they're going to vote. And I could be completely ignorant on this entire thing. That's just the way, just from reading that, how I'm interpreting it. There's 21 workers who walked out. There's 230 employees. Do they have to get a majority for this thing to go through? If so, I think the chances are relatively low, because you're definitely going to have people at the top who would be worried about a decrease in their job, a decrease maybe in their pay. I don't know how this works, that who would have voted against it. They say here, we are so proud to announce that the NLRB ruled that our unit is eligible for election. Thank you to everyone supporting our campaign since our initial strike up until this very moment. Time for democracy. Raven Software QA employees have been seeking a union for months, having ended a 7-week strike on January 23rd, 2022. Let's go to the tweet. Let's see what people say here in the tweet about it. Gamers Workers Alliance. I guess there's not that much. Oh, no, there is. Well done. Congratulations. Your tweet was quoted in an article. Okay, I mean, that doesn't say anything. No, that's not it. I guess there's not that many comments. Quote tweets. Animated companies logo that follow video logo. I want to see an opening screen, the logos of the unions involved. Great news. Okay, so no one really has a deep opinion other than great news, and that they're proud of them. But what is that? What does this mean? Does this mean that first ever union within a move that could see? Okay, yeah, so it's still a vote, right? So it still may not happen. Raven Software QA employees have been seeking a union for months, having ended a 7-week strike on January 23rd. Employees eligible to vote must turn in their ballots. As turned in their ballots by May 20th, 2022, the vote will be counted on May 23rd, 2022. Activision Blizzard recently announced that it was converting over 1,100 part-time QA workers into full-time employees with pay increased at least $20 an hour. That was like the response, right, to the union walking out, and as to why they didn't recognize it. They were just saying that they were transferring over 1,100 part-time QA workers. Who knows if that's true, like how that ended up. QA employees at Raven Software seeking union recognition were not included in this number, with Activision Blizzard saying these workers were legally ineligible for the raise. I wonder what that means. Activision Blizzard is currently in the process of being acquired by Microsoft. So all this to be said, they're going to vote on this union, and who knows what this means for if it goes through for the Xbox deal. Will Xbox, can they have to keep the union, I'm assuming, but I don't think it really makes any big difference. There's going to be a lot of news coming out about the Activision Blizzard deal. We saw a judge yesterday as well dismiss a lawsuit for the deal that had to do with the fact that we know there's investigation going into insider trading. We know there's been all the harassment claims and all the harassment things going on within the court, which devalued the stock. And then when Xbox bought Activision Blizzard, the stock shot up and they bought it at $95 per share. So there's a lot of people out there that think that Activision Blizzard is worth more than $95 per share. So if you're a shareholder, you should vote against this deal because you're going to be making less money than if you were just to hold this stock in the long run for the share to go back up past $95 a share, because we've seen it at like $105 per share, right? But yeah. That's that. I mean, I don't really have too much more to say about this. We'll see if this union goes through. If it's for the betterment of the, I don't know all the union stuff. I don't know what's going on at Raven, but it sounds like it will be for the betterment of these employees because of everything we've heard of Activision Blizzard. So good luck to them, and hopefully they get what they deserve throughout this entire thing. But it's just interesting to see how this has progressed, because I think they were worried that they weren't going to be able to vote for a union, and now they're going to be able to vote for it. Bye.